Okay, so this is a coordinate geometry style question. I've got all the equations that we're going to be using up above here, where we have A is x1, y1, B is x2, y2, the distance is given by this, the midpoint by that, slope, and the equation of a line. So these points were just chosen randomly, so that they're not going to work out too nicely, but we'll just carry on with them anyway. So we've got A is equal to 2, 4, B is minus 5, 3, C is 7, 2. Now when you're looking for the midpoint of AB, first things first, you want to write out the equation. So the midpoint formula is, and I'm just going to write it in here, x1 plus x2 over 2, y1 plus y2 over 2, and we know it's A and B, so A is 2, 4, B is minus 5, 3. So I've written the formula, I've written those points, just label the points, x1, y1, x2, y2, and I should be able to get this formula at the midpoint very quickly. So the midpoint is equal to x1 plus x2, so it'll be 2 minus 5 over 2, and y1, which is 4, plus 3 over 2, which is equal to minus 3 over 2 and 7 over 2, and that's the first part done. Now the slope, for the slope we're going to be using slightly different points. We're going to be using A, which is 2, 4, and C, which is 7, 2. Again, make a bit of space there and write out the formula, the slope formula. It's y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Label the points, x1, y1, x2, y2. Fill in the points. So we have the slope is going to be equal to y2, which is 2 minus 4 over 7 minus 2. 2 minus 4 is equal to minus 2 over 5. So it's going to be minus 2 over 5. So that's the slope of AC. Now in the next question here, you're asked to find the equation of the line AB. Now for the equation of the line, you need y minus y1 equals m brackets x minus x1. You fill in your y1, you fill in your x1, and you have to get the slope. First things first is in the last part we got the slope of AC, but we're asked here for the line AB. So the slope of AB, write out our points. A is 2, 4, B is minus 5, 3. Again, we just label them there just underneath, x1, y1, x2, y2. Before you use a formula, always fill it in. So the slope of AB would be y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Now remember, page 18 of your formula tables will give you that. y2 is 3 minus 4 over minus 5 minus 2, which is equal to minus 1 over 3. 5 is over 7, so minus 1 over minus 7, which is the same as plus 1/7. Next is the okay, so we have to finish off this question. So we've got y minus y1. I'll use A as our x1, y1. So y minus 4 is equal to 1 over 7 x minus 2. Multiply both sides by 7, you get 7y minus 28 is equal to x minus 2. For this one here, add 28 to both sides, we get 7y is equal to x plus 26, and we can leave it like that. Next is the equation of the line perpendicular to L. So this is the bit that you really have to remember. You know that the slope of L is equal to plus 7. The slope of the line perpendicular to L is equal to, you flip the fraction and change the sign, minus 7. Now it comes from ml times the line perpendicular to it equal to minus 1. If you want to use that, you can. But the best way to do it is to flip it and change the sign. So you know it goes through point C. Point C is, let's go back up to the top, 7, 2. So label that point. It's going to be our x1, y1. We're going to be using y minus y1 equals m brackets x minus x1. Fill in all our points. We have y minus, let's make a bit more space, y minus y1, y minus 2 is equal to minus 7 times x minus 7, which is y minus 2 is equal to minus 7x. Minus 7 by minus 7 gives us plus 49. Bring over the 2, we get y is equal to minus 7x plus 51. And then finally, the distance formula. So again, write out the points, A and B. We know A and B is 2, 4 and minus 5, 3. So 2, 4, minus 5, 3. Again, x1, y1, x2, y2. The length or the distance formula between A and B is given by, again, page 18 in the log tables, x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared, which is equal to square root of x2 minus 5 minus 2 squared plus y2 is 3 minus 4 squared, which is equal to the square root of minus 7 squared plus brackets minus 1 squared. Now this is where a lot of mistakes were made in our last test. This is minus 1 squared. Minus 1 by minus 1 gives me plus 1. This is minus 7 squared. Minus 7 by minus 7 is plus 49. You never end up with anything other than positive numbers from these brackets because you're squaring them. Always you're left with positive numbers here. So minus 7 squared is 49 plus 1. So it's the square root of 50, and you can leave it as that. That's done.